Dame, one of the things that Enes just said is in a game like this where the scoring is so all over the place, I guess, if you will, quarter to quarter, that you can't let offense dictate defense. How do you do that in a game? How do you communicate, hey, these shots aren't falling the way we need to. Here's how we stay in this one.
I think he's right. You can't let offense dictate the way you defend because you sometimes you have nights where the ball is just not going in. You could be getting quality looks. I thought we got a lot of quality looks tonight, and the ball just wasn't going in. And that means on the defensive end you got to be even sharper. And I think we were in moments. We were in stretches like the first quarter, the third quarter. I thought we were much better defensively than the second and the fourth. But we just got to be better. When our offense is struggling, I didn't think it was terrible, but when you're not making shots and it's not flowing offensively, that means you got to step it up defensively and be a little bit better to kind of take the pressure off of the offense when it's struggling. And tonight we just weren't able to get that done.
Next question is coming from Christos Saltis with Sport DNA.
Hello, Damian. I would like to ask you, what was the biggest lesson of tonight's game for your team, and what is the biggest motivation for the game against the Suns?
I think the lesson from tonight is, it's not easy to be a consistent team in this league. It's not easy to win games night in and night out, regardless of the record of the other team or how the other team is playing. Anybody can be beat on any given night in any given arena. And, we've been playing really well. I thought we played a pretty good game tonight. We just didn't shoot the ball well. But it just shows how hard it is to be able to sustain a certain level of play because we had a good first, tough second, good third, tough fourth. And, that's a huge sign of inconsistency over the course of the game. And it's hard to not have that. It's hard to sustain a certain level of focus and energy, and the right type of mentality to win a game. And tonight we wasn't able to sustain it. So I think that's the lesson. We don't have the luxury of not being, of sustaining that level. We don't have the luxury of doing that. I think over our last, 10, 11 games, we've had it. And tonight, I think we were present, but, we just didn't play at a high enough level for long enough stretches to be able to win the game.
Next question is coming from Eric Gunderson with the Associated Press.
Hey, Dame. Enes mentioned that there's only, I think, 6 games left until you guys get the AllStar break. And obviously you're going to be going there and it's not really that much of a break for you. But how much do you think you could use that as like maybe a motivational tool for these last couple of games here to be like, yes, it's hard to be consistent, but hey, 6 games and we get a little bit of a break. Like, is that part of maybe your thinking for the next, stretch of this season?
I mean, I'm not thinking about the break. I think it's a lot of guys around the league who will be looking to that break, and usually when the break is coming, you start to see, blowouts. You start to see, some guys wavering and some guys, some teams kind of like fading a little bit, just knowing that break is coming. And we're not going to be in that type of mind space. I think we've been playing really well. Our focus has been great. And, we got to keep taking it a game at a time until we know the break is here. We can't be, looking at the break like, man, we need the break and all these things. Like I said before, we don't have the luxury to have our minds, that far out. We need to be as sharp as we have been recently. And, I think if we just stay the way we are and continue to focus and try to get these wins, we'll do fine. So when the break gets here, I'm sure we could all use it. We've been playing, we just had a road trip, came home for a few games, and we had another road trip where we had a lot of tough travel situations, and then one game at home, and now we're going back on the road. So we just got to get through it the way we've been getting through games up to this point. And, coming out of the break, hopefully we'll come back, with our guys. We'll have, CJ and Nurk getting ready to come back, and then we'll be ready to, to go for that stretch to, make a playoff push. So we just got to stay in the moment and, keep being locked in the way we have been.
All right, last question is coming from Casey Holdall with Trailblazers.com.
Dame, how would you categorize the physicalness of the game tonight? It seemed like there was a lot of banging, a lot of hitting, a lot of guys hitting the floor. Do you feel like you guys matched that level of physicality? How do you feel like you did in that regard?
Yeah, I thought, we played a pretty physical game. For me, it's just frustrating that how much contact how physical people can be when defending me in certain situations. Where in our last road trip, I had, back-to-back games with 5 fouls, about to foul out, just playing normal defense. And I'm going to the rim, getting smacked in the head, getting getting slapped on the arms, getting pushed in the back. I mean, that's the frustrating thing for me. Is being, I'm not out here flopping and trying to trick the referees and things like that. I'm trying to score and I'm being hit in the head, at the rim. I'm getting slapped on the arm and pushed in the back, and I'm trying to have conversations about it. And it's like, I'm getting slick looks and, kind of like sarcastic answers or, just dry answers. Like but that's frustrating. And, it's not like I'm just saying anything. We had a play tonight where I steal the ball and somebody runs right into my back, in a big point of the game. And it's just like, I didn't see that was literally the answer. I didn't see that. And it's like, how? I stole the ball and he ran into my back. Like, I didn't see that. It's like, come on, man. That's just like, to me, that's a slick comment when that's your response, I didn't see that when the whole arena saw that. So it's just those moments that's frustrating when it comes to like the physicality.
Thanks, Dame.